Islam is very practical. If you are looking for insights about how to live a good life, how to be a good person, Islam has wonderful gems to offer to you. Can you imagine how limber you'd be if you did that 17 times a day? And it's done in the direction of Mecca.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu la nabiyya ba'da. Berjumpa lagi dengan channel saya Marstechno. Saya doakan semoga semua sahabat dalam keadaan sehat selalu.
How wonderful that some of you already got to visit a mosque. You're very fortunate here in Atlanta because you have many mosques, many opportunities to reach out to our Muslim brothers and sisters. In the whole state of Vermont, where I hail from, we have one. So you have no reason to not visit. It's right around the corner from you. There are mosques everywhere. And it's important that we visit because Islam is the most misunderstood and the most maligned religion in the world today. We are being whipped up into fear of Muslims. And when we are afraid, we're stupid, actually. We're operating out of just that reptilian part of our brain. When we're afraid, we don't have access to our higher functionings, our whole self, the power of the knowledge in our hearts, our whole being. We're resigned to a small place of living. Ali, the son-in-law of the Prophet, says, people are afraid of what they don't understand. So my hope today is to share with you a little bit about what I love about Islam in order to invite you to a place of more understanding and less fear. Islam is very practical. If you are looking for insights about how to live a good life, how to be a good person, Islam has wonderful gems to offer to you. One of the things I love most about Islam is that it invites us to be concerned about what is the most important thing in life. To get our priorities straight. What is it for you? Stuff? Money? Power, prestige, family, kindness, service, love, art, compassion. What is it for you? If you get nothing else out of today, take that one question and live into it. And if you don't know the answer yet, find out. What is it for you? What's most important? In Islam, the answer is very clear. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah. There is nothing but the source, God, the one. How did you say it, Anthony? That love which is greater than we can know. That's what matters. And Muhammad is his prophet. Is the prophet of love. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah. And the thing about us humans, when we get that clarity, we know what's important. What do we do with that? We forget. That's who we are. We humans, we are the great forgetters. How many of you made a New Year's resolution back on January 1st? How are you doing with it now? Let's be honest. How were you doing February 1st? January 7th. We get this high resolve and this clarity, and then we get caught up in all the distractions, all the things pulling our attention here and there, and we forget. That poet, Mary Oliver, says, "What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? What is it?" In order to not waste our life, we need to regularly hit that reset button, come on back to center, to our heart, to what we know is really why we are here, what we know is really important. Regularly throughout the day, to stop and come back and say, well, let me check in and remember what matters so I don't waste my day or my week or my month or my life. And for Muslims, this is prayer, Salat. It is the second pillar of Islam. The first pillar, La ilaha illallah, to know what matters. And the second pillar is to hit that reset button in order to regularly come back to center and remember what really matters. And for Muslims, this is not an activity in the head. It's an activity of the whole body. Allah Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Yak na'budu wa yak nasta'in. As-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi waladdallin. Amin. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine how limber you'd be if you did that 17 times a day? And it's done in the direction of Mecca, northeast, more or less. To hit that reset button in order to come back, to hear that voice still and small like we just sang about, to come back to what matters. So practical, I love that, the second pillar of Islam.
Selesai. Semoga bermanfaat. Terima kasih telah menonton video sampai selesai. Mohon maaf jika ada terjemahan yang kurang tepat. Dukung channel ini dengan like, subscribe, dan share. Masya Allah, sebuah video yang sangat menarik. Sebuah channel di YouTube yang menampilkan seorang tokoh Kristen atau pendeta yang bernama Melon Kennedy memberikan presentasi tentang keindahan agama Islam. Di awal video, beliau menyampaikan beberapa dari umat Kristen di sini sangat mudah dalam mengakses atau mengunjungi masjid karena terdapat banyak sekali masjid. Tidak seperti di daerahnya Atlanta yang hanya ada satu masjid. Dengan mengunjungi masjid, banyak kesempatan untuk menjangkau dan interaksi dengan saudara-saudari dari umat Islam. Di negara bagian Vermont, dari seluruh negeri hanya ada satu masjid. Anda penting untuk mengunjungi masjid karena Islam adalah yang sangat banyak disalahpahami dan agama yang paling banyak difitnah di dunia saat ini. Kita sekarang dicambuk untuk menjadi takut pada Muslim, dan ketika kita takut itu adalah sangat bodoh karena itu hanya bekerja pada bagian otak reptil kita. Ketika kita takut, maka kita tidak bisa mempunyai akses ke fungsi yang lebih tinggi di seluruh diri kita, kekuatan ilmu di hati kita. Pada kesempatan ini, beliau berbagi tentang apa yang dia sangat sukai dari Islam agar bisa mengajak
kalian semua kepada tempat yang lebih pengertian dan mengurangi rasa takut pada Islam. Islam itu sangat praktis. Jika Anda mencari wawasan tentang bagaimana menjalani hidup yang lebih baik, bagaimana menjadi orang yang lebih baik, Islam mempunyai permata yang indah untuk dipersembahkan kepada kalian. Asas Islam yang pertama adalah La ilaha illallah. Tiada Tuhan selain Allah. Nah sahabat, mungkin itu saja sedikit video reaksi dari saya. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat bagi kita semua. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.